What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss last Saturday's main event between Cory Sandhagen and Deiveson Figueiredo. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly and to help the channel grow. All right, guys, getting right into it. Cory Sandhagen defeats Deiveson Figueiredo via injury. I consider it a submission. I think it was the second round, maybe third round, in a fight, man, where Cory was looking good. He was on fire. And Deiveson was marching forward, doing his best to just break that distance on Cory. But Cory fought so long, used his length so well. Strikes, leg kicks, jabs, straights, all that. And just but what made the big difference in this fight was when the fight got to the ground, we got into these scrambling moments. Deiveson hooked onto the knee, and we got into these 50-50 positions. And as Cory Sandhagen said in his post-fight interview, Ryan Hall, his coach, is basically the inventor of the 50-50 position, and he's more or less never going to lose that. He's going to beat these guys all the time at it because the person who trains him, his BJJ coach, is the guy who quite literally invented the entire position, right? And made a career out of it. Just Google Ryan Hall if you don't know who he is, right? And you see in the first round, Deiveson really committed to that. He really committed to the knee bar. He tried really hard to get Cory to tap to that. And Cory acted like it was no thing, rolled with it, attacked Deiveson with massive offense, punishing ground and pound. And once it even got to the second round, you saw pretty much the exact same thing where you saw Figueiredo was doing his best to just break that distance, wasn't really able to really make anything happen. So throughout another Hail Mary 50-50 knee bar submission position, and then once they were kind of standing in that weird spot, you see Cory kind of like, all right, and he kind of made the sweep, right? And you saw immediately that it buckled Figueiredo's knee, and that was a wrap. So I consider that a submission. And, you know, I think they called it TKO due to a knee injury. But, you know, I think that was more of a submission. But great performance by Sandhagen. You know, Figueiredo, 37 years old, did his best to try and go out there and just make something happen, but just couldn't. Throughout a couple Hail Marys, not really realizing the expertise that his opposition had in that position. And I think Figueiredo, though, 37, probably towards LCL in that fight. I would not be surprised at all. So it's going to be a long layoff, probably 8 months. He's going to probably be 38 by the time he comes back. He is a bit of an enigma, an anomaly athletically. He's a bit of a freak, so I can see him still coming back and having success, but that I don't know if that's going to be at a top 5 or title contendership level. I'm not really sure. And as for Cory Sandhagen, you know, I think that this earns him that rematch with Peter Yan. I think that makes sense. And I think those two fight it out for the true #1 contender spot in the bantamweight division. I think the winner of that fight fights the winner of Merab and O'Malley, sorry. And if things play out, like, I mean, there's a way that a lot of people have wanted over the years, we might get that O'Malley-Sandhagen fight. You know, it might be a year down the road, but that's something that might possibly could happen. But I think this sets up a perfect rematch. Cory Sandhagen, Peter Yan. You know, and Deiveson, I think that he'll rally back, and I think we'll see him again. I'm just not sure on the amount of success that we will see out of him. But, guys, that's going to do it for today. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys have next for Cory Sandhagen? What do you guys have next for Deiveson Figueiredo? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.